A tasting journal is an intimate and living document. Intimate because it's a record of very private sensations and experiences. And living because it grows and changes as you, the author, grow and change. It's also a more formal and serious way of doing what we're all engaged in constantly: reading and making observations about the world around us. It's sometimes hard to articulate why precisely one might be motivated to begin or maintain a record-keeping practice like this. Is it because you're on a quest for newer and better flavors? Or is it maybe because you're afraid of forgetting some detail that might be important down the road? One thing is certain. Putting a sensory experience into writing makes the details of that interaction more available to long-term memory. The brain is a complicated system, and it's very easy for weak or unelaborated memories to become altered or buried by other stronger imprints. But by writing about a flavor experience, the brain forms more and stronger connections between different neural systems, making our flavor memories both richer and easier to access in the future. I think flavor nerds and booze hounds everywhere are drawn to spin these kinds of mental webs because in so doing, we cover our internal lives with vibrant tapestries that tell our most important stories. Stories that involve us interacting with the world at a molecular and completely intimate level. But here's the catch. These aren't the relatively choreographed stories that everybody else walks around telling about their neighbors or their boss or their cat. Flavor stories more often resemble brief glimpses of something through the fog, or missed connections in a crowd. They're like a set of animal tracks, and we are forced to interpret where they're going before tomorrow's weather comes and erases them. This is why keeping a flavor journal is usually a solitary and idiosyncratic endeavor. There are very few clubs or secret societies who make experiments in flavor their primary concern. And maybe that's because there's something suspiciously Lewis and Clarkian about this kind of quest. The allure of an open frontier, to be sure, but also the very real risk that we might not find what we're looking for in the end. So, as you set out to record your experiences and hone your senses, take heart that this journal will be there to help you create structure in the unruly world of flavor. Its purpose is to provide an exhaustive catalog of where you've been, and, in the very best of times, perhaps some inkling of where you might be headed. Safe travels.